second video of how to put handles on a knife. Today I'm going to use a Dremel to get the finger groove here where I've created it on the knife handle. Alright, we're going to get this concaved area for your finger, for the notch finger slot. There's another name for it. I just forget what that name is at the moment. And got to have done the research, I guess, to give it all the correct names. But anyways, we're just keeping it real and raw. So no further ado, this is Ken. I'm Ken, and this is Easy 2 Tips and Tricks YouTube channel. And so let's get into doing this. Got to get the power going. Hold on. And we'll be putting this on the belt sander. I've made a custom sanding belt that you'll see after we get through with this part here. And again, on this knife, I'm doing everything freehand. I'm not measuring. I'm not using a pencil. Everything is by sight. Got to be careful if you go in that direction. Now, if you're noticing this is my next style of tool hanger. That'll get a hole drilled and may flatten it out even more. That's a tool hanger for the wall. Alright. Now, I'm lightly hitting the knife handle, alright, to keep my contour. Alright, here, I'm following it. Now, I'm going to be finishing it off, obviously, with some hand sanding. That's just roughing it in, alright. And this is Easy 2 Tips and Tricks. And you see everything up close and personal. Now, there is a forger. He's a master forger. His channel name is Sprinkle Donut Forge. And he is a master forger, and he just made Damascus. He's got a video he just uploaded where he created Damascus steel blank. Alright. And I recommend this channel gladly. Shout out. So check out Sprinkle Donut Forge. And with his billet is Damascus billet that he created. You'll be able to see exactly what he's going to use it for. Is he going to turn it into an axe, a couple knives, several axes? That's the question. I don't know. So, just wanted to give Sprinkled Donut Forge a shout out. And check out his Facebook group, the Sprinkled Donut Forge Facebook group. Then you have Sane Auto. He has a car show channel. He also is responsible for the Insane Friends group, Sane Enterprise, on Facebook. Okay, now let's see how this is looking. Okay, well, that comes in about perfect. That's going to be a little short. So as much as I would love to keep it right here, that's the perfect spot for it right there. Alright, so I messed up with this handle because it needs to stop right here at the heel of this knife. And there's a proper knife terminology for this heel of the knife. I just forget what it's called, and again, I didn't look it up. Could have looked it up ahead of time. But anyways, it's supposed to stop right where this is at. And this is down a hair. It's not terrible. So I'm going to have to go at the shorter side. So I'm going to have to cut this side off right here to the same height as this one. And then start doing the hand work. I'm going to have to countersink. Have to take a drill bit and drill down into the handle so that these will be countersunk enough where I can then sand and work this edge here so I can complete the handle so everything's nice and smooth, or you just have a rough handle, you know, that works. And we want a nice handle that looks good. Alright, so right now it's looking pretty rough, pretty ugly, and so we're going to make it look good. I mean, look at that wood pattern, look at that wood grain pattern. That's going to look really nice when it's finished. Okay, that'll look very nice. So we want it to look as nice as it can possibly look. Alright, now I'm going to counter. This has had to be the same size as the screw head. Alright, so it fits in here nicely. Okay, and we can't take it down a whole lot, but just enough that we can work the blade. Work the handle on the blade, on the knife. Okay, we're doing it nice and square at a 90, nice and straight. Okay, now that's been countered. That ought to work well. now we can do the hand sanding. All right. I can do the other side as well. Okay. If I have to replace these, I'll replace these. I have more. These are for cabinets. These are for pulling cabinets together. All right. And this is a threaded sleeve right here. Okay. I may try taking some nails and anchoring it by just pinging the nails and spreading it out, you know, like you would if it was brass. I may attempt to do that as well. And so you can see what I'm doing here. We're just gonna take this down and keep this at a 90, nice and straight. It's just, okay, there's that. And then one more. Then we'll test it to see how good it is. Okay, now we're going to do the test. And how does that work? Well, let's see. Yes, that's going to be perfect. It's right there, flush. Okay, so we're good. That's just enough. All right, now we're going to start out. This is a sanding block I created, and I have this in the video. It's real simple. Velcro. The male part. Okay, and this is just a piece of a 2x4. Okay, Velcro on the other side. All right, now this sanding block comes in really handy for a lot of detailing. Okay, you can see how quickly this is sanding. Okay. All right. We're going to cut this in right here at that notch. We want that notch there. Okay. So let's get these lined up like they should be. Okay, now, okay, let's get them. What I'm going to do for you, the viewing audience, I will show you 1 second. All right, now I'm just going to take this. See, it goes through both sides, okay? So I'm just going to take this and put this in here. And then it's held in place. All right, it's not going to move on me. I'm not going to have to try to hold it, pinch it, and have movement, and it not be exactly the way I want it. Okay, now we can sand by hand. And it's going to be perfect. Okay. Now, this will work, and it works pretty good. And this is like the 120 grit we have right here. Been reduced down to about a 220 actually. All right. So we're going to refine this some more here. And we're going to go ahead and turn on this belt sander and get this belt sander going. Now the belt sander works really quick, so you got to be very careful. All right. And it takes off your material very quickly. There's two ways to remove this where it's extra little longer. I could take a Dremel round cutting saw and cut that off using a Dremel, or you can go just use it here, keeping your eye on the shorter end All right, on the short side, and just bringing it down here. Now, are they the same? All right, there we have it. Okay. All right, now I'm going to continue to fine-tune this. Okay, going to slightly round this edge. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about things I observed while doing this, right? The good, the bad, the ugly. All right? I will be discussing that at the end of the vid. So if you're seeing this little hook, unfortunately I'm unable to do that with this. Okay? Gonna have to eliminate that. And remember, there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's always more than one way to do things. And, so far, little by little, we're going to continue to work this. So, okay, we're going to get this. Okay, it's taking shape. Alright, now in order to work this side, I'm going to have to run this through here from the other side. Okay? And then I'll be able to work this rough side here. Get it looking dialed in. Okay? So now I can work this other side. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. Quickly taking shape. Like I say, it takes it off pretty quick. See the color on this pad? This removes the sap on the sanding disc, okay, from your sandpaper. All right, it's removing it. All right.